we're gonna make some swords go whoosh, and then whoosh, and then we have pretty people. I guess that's how it goes. Hello lovelies, welcome back to another Tamagotchi video. And you can already see what I have in my hands. I have the latest and greatest Tamagotchi Nanos, which have just been released, which are the Touken Ranbu online. And now nobody screams because nobody knows in the Western world what Touken Ranbu is, right? Just like me. I had the same thing with the Kamen Rider, but I needed it. So yeah, I got the latest and greatest Tamagotchi Nano. These were released end of August. And actually it's now the 5th of September. So on the 5th of September, they came to my door. And I was like, hello, I need you. I pre-ordered you a long time ago. I think I pre-ordered them in March. I paid a lot of money, I know, in March. So I guess I pre-ordered them in March. So you're thinking, well, that's not a lot of money if you only have two. Well, I have one, I have two, I have three, I have four, and I have five. I have all 5 shells of the Touken Ranbu online. And I have, of course, again, like with the Kamen Rider one, no clue what it is about. So I did, of course, some searching, you know, and I already did, you know, like on the update video, I mentioned briefly, you know, what Touken Ranbu is, but basically it's a game. It's a free-to-play card game which you play on the online browser. It is developed by Nitro Plus and another one which I cannot remember, but we all know Nitro Plus, or at least I know Nitro Plus from A Dramatical Murder. Yay! So you know it's gonna be cool, right? And here I'm reading, you know, like what the background is. Here the player takes the role of a sage, not, you know, like sage, but a sage, who travels to the past to fight evil forces by summoning legendary swords and animating them as men. So we're gonna make some swords go whoosh, and then we have pretty people. I guess that's how it goes. The goal of the game is to fight enemies and use resources won to collect and forge more legendary swords. So basically you collect stuff and then you get swords and then they turn into pretty men and you're like, yay! Okay, so what do you do in these Tamagotchi Nanos? So as far as I have figured out by going to, you know, the Bandai website and to the Tamagotchi wiki, is you start off as a blacksmith. And then after 3 hours, you evolve into a cute little critter. And then you need to take care of that cute little critter. And then after, you know, like the particular care that you've done, both in the Blacksmith stage and in the cute little critter stage, I'll post the name here of the critter, you get a sword. And that sword is one of these men. Not per se these ones, but, you know, like this list of men. And then you have, during the time that you take care of your sword or your person, you have the ability to send them to travel. And then you need to collect stuff. And then if you have collected enough of, I guess it says letter here, but I don't know if it translates correctly. If you have collected enough of that, you will get a special outfit. I hope. At least that's what it says here. I'm sorry, I can't speak Japanese. I'm sorry, I can't read Japanese also. And then, which is one of the most amazing things, and I hope it's true, because this is what I'm reading, but I don't know if it's true. You get, after a couple of days, you get the option to send your sword away and be like, bye-bye. Or keep your sword for another couple of days. And then you get, and again, the option, do you want to send me away or do you want to keep me? Which is the best thing ever, if that is true, because, you know, sometimes with the Tamagotchi Nanos, some of the Tamagotchi Nanos have, you know, like, they just leave you after a couple of days, like the Kamen Rider one, like the Toy Story one, like the Evangelion one, like the Jurassic Park one, you know, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. They just leave. And you have no option to stop them. Like, no, stop, don't go. You don't have that option. But with this one, apparently you should have the option if, you know, you get like the sword of your dreams. I'm gonna call it the sword of my dreams. If you get the sword of your dreams, you're like, nah, I'm keeping you. I'm keeping you hostage. You're staying here forever and ever. I'm never gonna let you go. So yeah, let's test them out and let's see how it works, you know, and what everything is. We have them all out of the package. It took a while to get them all out, but here we have them in front of us. And oh my gosh, I do think this gold one is just amazing. It's just so pretty. And we're gonna start them up all at the same time. So let's remove the slot. There we go. 1 and 2. Ah, 2. Oh my gosh. Can you see it? 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. Okay, so what I did is I put these two on the time. It is almost now. It's almost 9 p.m. And what I did is I started these one up at 9 a.m. because sometimes there's also a fluctuation on the time that something evolves. I don't know if it's the case with these, but just to be sure, you know, I'm gonna, you know, have 2 time zones on them. So yeah, let's get them started. There we go. Okay. Oh, Blacksmith. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Okay, so they start off all in the Blacksmith stage. So I'm gonna zoom in now on one. And we're gonna see what the Blacksmith stage brings us. Okay, so here we have our cute little blacksmith. Let's see what options we have. So this is the foraging option, so we can gather stuff. And this should be the sword option. Yeah, we're forging swords. So I thought actually at first it was wood chopping, but it's making swords. And this is gathering. So we can gather woods, I think, and we can gather stone, and we can gather something else, and we can gather something else. I will insert what the something else are. But let's gather this. Oh. Oh. Oh! No! Oh! Woo! Oh my gosh. Okay, so is it happy with me? I don't know. Okay, let's, it's the catching stuff, so let's try to catch it. Okay. Oh, it's not that fast. Oh my gosh, it's falling very, very fast. Maybe I'm looking at the camera. Maybe I should look at this. Okay, so we have caught, I guess, stone. I think this is water or something. I don't know. I'm gonna look at here. Okay, woo. And I haven't counted yet how much I need to catch. So let's count together. Let's do a counting game. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna gather the final one. There we go. And okay. Okay, I forgot to count, right? So editing me, how much did I have to get? Okay, and that's basically it. Is there a happy cutscene? No? See, if you push this button, there is nothing there. So the blacksmith is just the pretext on, you know, something's coming, which is really funny, right? They really put a lot of gameplay in this cute little Tamagotchi. I'm shocked at how much they're doing for the Touken Ranbu. And I'm actually shocked because it is something which you can only get on Bondi Premium. Whereas, you know, this Tamagotchi gives so much potential and has so much gameplay that you're like, you know, the whole world needs to know about this. But yeah, that's it for the first phase. So my future me will show all the other stuff, and also my past we will do the outro. So yeah, let's have a look at all the other stuff that's happening. Hey beautifuls, it's me from the future. And guess what? A lot has happened. It has been, I guess, a week and a half now that I have been running the Touken Ranbu Tamagotchi Nanos. And a lot has happened, of course. Because we first went into the Blacksmith Stage. And in the Blacksmith Stage, we did a lot of stuff, right? We had to do foraging, and we also had to do blacksmithing. And, you know, I wanted to see who I would get with different types of cares, because I have, of course, 5 Tamagotchi Touken Ranbu. So I have recorded that here on my tablet because, you know, same as with the Jujutsu Kaisen, I did some extensive research by myself, and of course with Tentasquilly here. Anyway, so we started off with 5 Touken Ranbus, and we had, of course, various care stages. So we have, of course, the Blacksmith Stage, which is only 3 hours. And we have the 24 hours Konnosuke Stage, which is the cute little critter, right? And depending, of course, how you perform in the Blacksmith Stage and how you take care of Konnosuke, you get, you know, a different type of character. Well, I actually got 3 the same characters, for which I did 3 completely different cares. And I got, in the end, 3 different characters, right? Whereas one, of course, there were 2 others. So just, yeah, I know it's confusing. Anyway, so I got 3 characters, but I also got 3 doubles. And I have 5 Tamagotchis. Now you do the math. Anyway, we started off with the red one, which is this one. And there in the Blacksmith Stage, I'm sorry, I need to look at my iPad because I don't know by heart. So there, I did not do any foraging. I did do a lot of blacksmithing, around, according to this, 16 times. Then when it evolved into a Konnosuke, I gave it unlimited food. I gave it unlimited snacks. And I did not do any of the games. Or I did not do any of the games, and I turned the lights off. I got this one, which is Imanotsurugi. Yep. And it's from the Tanto, which is a dagger type of sword. So, yeah. And actually this one, I got 3 times. Because I also got it on, let me see. I got it on the gray one. Which, let me tell you what I did for the gray one. On the gray one, I did foraging 5 times of everything. I did not do any blacksmithing. And then when I took care of the little critter, I gave unlimited food, but I didn't give it any snacks. I did play, I think, around 15 times the games. I turned the lights off, and like you see, it's a completely different care. I got the same one. And then, of course, I also got the same one on the golden one. Yay! Which I did the following. I did 5 times foraging of everything. I did 15 times blacksmithing. I gave it unlimited food, unlimited snacks. I played 8 times the game, and I turned the lights off. And I got the same one. Weird, right? So I have no clue what is similar for these three types of cares. I guess this is just the one you get if you do not comply with any of these specific needs. Just like when you have the Jujutsu Kaisen, you have Nanami, right? Which is, you know, like the standard character. And with the Toy Story one, which is Jessie. So I guess, and again, it has to have a very long name, which I cannot pronounce, right? This person is the generic character. So don't do this type of care if you don't want to get the generic character. On the purple one, I actually got somebody else. And there I did both blacksmithing and let me see. I did forging, but I got forging for everything. I only got one. Then for in the Konnosuke stage, I did, let me check. I did unlimited food. I gave it one mochi. I played 2 games. I just kept it alive, basically. And I turned the lights off. So this is, if you look at it from Konnosuke perspective, it's bad care and it's average care when you look at it from a blacksmith type of view. And this character's name, let me grab it. Okay, and this person's name is Nikari Aoi, and it is from the sort the Wakizashi. The more you know, right? I'm gonna list it here also, right? Because I will mispronounce everything. But yeah, that's a different character that I got. And then I have one other different character, which is from the same sword type, the Tanto sword type. And that is this one, and that is Yagen Toshiro. Yagen Toshiro. And Yagen Toshiro, let me grab my iPad. For Yagen Toshiro, I did nothing for blacksmithing. Nothing. Like, that's bad care, right? So I did bad care. And then in the Konnosuke stage, I also did bad care. So that is bad plus bad equals this character. The more you know. And then, of course, you already are seeing now them in their dolled up version, right? So in their special version, because of course 2 days passed after I got them, and then you had the option to send them traveling. And if you send them traveling and they come back, they will have their special outfit. Also, I think one of my characters wanted to leave, so I wanted to send it on its way because it was one of the characters which I have 3, of course, for. But I pressed the wrong option, so it stayed. And up until now, nobody has asked to leave. So I have absolutely no clue how I can push them away, because what I read on the Tamagotchi wiki page and also on the Bandai page, that after 5 days, they, you know, like they should say like, can I leave? You know, and then you will get the end screen with a flower on it. I don't want to leave. Only one wanted to leave and I messed up. So that's my mistake. But the other ones just don't want to leave. They just want to stay there. I don't know why. So I'm debating on if I need to restart them, just in case anybody watches this and doesn't know how to restart their Tamagotchi Nano. On the back, there is this small slot which you can push a pin into. Don't push a sharp pin in it. Just, you know, like you have for your iPhone, right? Just put a pin in there and then it will restart itself. The reason why I haven't done it yet is because I'm scared, actually, that maybe in order to get other characters, I need the progress of these characters. Like you have, for example, with the Tamagotchi Evangelion ones. So, yeah. I'm not going to do that. Or at least, maybe I'll do it for one, because I have, of course, a triplet here. But I'm not going to do that for all of them. So yeah, that was it for this Touken Ranbu Tamagotchi video. I will update on which characters I get and what type of care. I will post the updates mostly on Twitter because that's just the easiest place for me. I could also post it in the community tab, but I don't think people watch the community tab. So yeah, maybe you know, if you want me to post it also in the community tab because you don't have Twitter or you don't use Twitter, let me know. So I will also post it there, or maybe I'll put it in the comments. I don't know. I don't think there are a lot of people who like Touken Ranbu actually who are not from an Asian country. So maybe nobody will watch this, right? Well, my mom will watch it, of course. So yeah, that was it for the Touken Ranbu Tamagotchi Nano video. Okay, we interrupt this broadcast to bring you also an update. I haven't showed you yet which games you can play once your sword is there. So you have 3 games that you can play. You can play Horse Duty, you can play Field Duty, and you can play Matchmaking. So we're gonna play all 3 of them. There we go. Here we have my character. And then you go to the second option. This is the first game. There we go. And basically taking care of your horse, which is nothing more than pressing the first button, or the A button also called, and just taking care of your cute little horsey. I really do love this horsey, right? And everything is shaking because, of course, I'm rapidly trying to push the button. And look, the horse is happy and my character is happy. So now let's go to Field Duty. And there we go. That's the second one. I like it when it has 3 games, right? That's awesome. So for this one, you need to either press the A or the B button, depending on the arrow. If the arrow points that way, you need to press the A button. If it points the other way, you need to press the B button. There we go. Only one time. And depending, of course, how many arrows it says, that's the amount of times you need to press. There we go. There we go. And you need to play it 5 times. And then you get, if you do a perfect score, you get this cutscene. Isn't it amazing? If you do not do everything correctly, you will only get 1 tomato or grape, or I don't know what it is. I think it's a tomato. Anyway, let's go to the final game. So the final game is matchmaking. And basically you need to sword fight. So when you see the exclamation mark, that is when you press the A button. Oh, made a mistake. I wasn't paying attention. Pay attention. There we go. There we go. And we have done matchmaking. And now let's see if my character is happy. And there you go. You see a close-up, of course, when they're happy. Okay, that was it for the Touken Ranbu Tamagotchi Nano video. Thank you so much for watching. And me, Tante Squilly, and the Tamagotchis, as we always say, miss you, love you.